How old are you?
I'm 22.
You wouldn't believe how this beautiful 22 years old girl has done a giveaway of 250,000 naira to a man that she thought was going to stand beside her till eternity. But what her eyes saw after the boyfriend received the money will shock you.
Amaka, okay, Chico.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're the one suing Emmanuel Modi.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
It's about the money I lent him.
When and how did you meet him?
Okay. I met him early last year. That was in the month of February. Just then, we're like friends, not really close friends, but at that point, he was interested in me, but I didn't want to give in. So he kept on pestering me to give me, but I wasn't interested in him at all. Then got to, in the month of July, I do sell bags, ladies' wears, shoes, clothes. So I needed some money at that time and I was broke. I needed money to buy some stuff and put in my business. That was when he came through and he helped me out in sorting some bills. So I was like, okay, since he has been there, for some little things, I said, let me give him a chance. I gave him that chance, that period, like, okay, everything was going smoothly. Along the line in the relationship, I'll go to his place. I'll see him with different ladies. If he tells me today this one is his sister, tomorrow this one is his cousin, next tomorrow this one is his classmate, next tomorrow this one is his old classmate, different ladies. Okay, I've not caught him doing anything. It's fine. Around October, he told me that he needs some money. I said, for what? He said he wants to get himself an apartment. I said, apartment for what? He said he's squatting with his friend. And I never knew he was squatting with his friend. He didn't tell me. So I was like, and you didn't tell me all along. I thought it was your house. He just said, I didn't want to put it like that. But you see now, this is my friend. His parents doesn't give us privacy when you come around and stuff like that. So I said, okay, let me consider. At that point, I had saved about 350K from both the ones I collect from family members, both from my business, my savings, everything. And he wanted to get himself self-contained. So I gave him 250 just because I love him at that period and I didn't want it to be as, okay, I have this money and I don't want to give it to him. I was trying to be supportive, exactly. So I just gave it to him. I gave it to him in cash. He appreciated and everything. I was like, okay, get yourself a house. So I don't want to hear anything again, any story. Just make yourself happy.
When was that?
I gave him that money first week of November. Although it took
2020.
Yes, 2020. Although it took like a few days before I finally gave it to him, because that money, I knew what I saw to get the money. Everything. So after I gave him that money, let me see, 5 days, exactly 5 days later, there was this bag that he liked that I was selling. So I bought it. I was like, okay, let me go and give it to him at his place. I didn't tell him I was coming though. So I get into the place where he was staying. Then he had not rented the house because this was just 5 days after giving him the money. So I get into his place. The place was locked. The door was locked from the inside. Music was coming out.
That's where he claimed to be squatting.
Ma? Yeah, exactly. Where he was squatting. So there was music playing inside. The door was locked. I was knocking and calling out and nobody was here. So I went over to the window to look like, is he sleeping or what? So why isn't I responding? But getting there, I met him and another new face, a lady. This time they were making out. I didn't say anything. I was just like, okay, I should have known. Because since it has gotten to this, I should have seen it coming. I just left there and I got home. Later, after I got myself, I called him and told him. And there is no need, I saw everything that happened today. There was no need for him to explain that. I don't want to have anything with him again. Like, this was even why I was hesitating from the start to have something to do with him, but he should just refund me. I don't even know what he was saying. He said, I don't understand this one and that one. I just didn't want to hear anything from him. She just gave me back the money. Since then, I've not seen him. I've not heard from him. If I call him, he's not picking, like he blocked me. His friend, I'll meet down. That one say does not know Emmanuel's whereabouts. Emmanuel has gone out. Emmanuel has done this. Emmanuel has done that. So that was why I brought my complaint here.
So what do you have to say to that?
Okay, thank you, ma. What she just said is actually right. But the true fact is, I tried to make her understand that it wasn't what she saw. It was all assumptions. Yeah, of course. I have friends, female friends that come around, you understand, and the fact that you come to my house and you meet somebody, a lady, doesn't mean something is going on.
It's different. That's not her claim. She said earlier, of course, she used to meet you with different ladies.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, ma'am.
At times you claim, this is my friend, my cousin, my classmates, everything. For her, you were still on. But the last straw that broke the camel's back, according to her, was what she witnessed, what she saw. So when you now say what she saw is not what it is, she's the only one that knows what she saw. And you are the only one that knows what you were doing when she saw you. So, but it's apparent whatever she saw, she does not find it palatable. And whatever you did, I believe, restrained you too from reaching out to her or being receptive thereafter. So it's the two of you that knows what she saw and what you were doing.
I believe it's all on assumptions, because if you come to the house, normally you call me even if you can't get through the door. That's the number one thing to do. She has my number. So, but she didn't do that, and she just claimed she saw me making out.
No, she said, you listen to her.
I heard
because I'm just saying what you both said. She said she came over. She didn't say she told you she was coming. She wanted to come and hand over it back to you.
If you get to my house and you knock, you don't hear, maybe I don't respond to the door or their music, you call, oh, I'm outside the house, I'm this, and I come out, but just going sneaking around, then peeping and all, so you're like telling me, oh, okay, you found me sleeping with someone, and which for me, I wouldn't accept that, because I don't think, in fact, it's just based on false accusation.
False accusation, okay. So, why didn't you call her thereafter? Because it appeared after that day, your relationship kind of started falling apart.
Well, I wasn't aware that she came around that period. So okay. I was even expecting calls from her and thereabout. But I just chilled as normal. Like, okay, she's going to come around or she's going to call. Then.
And when you didn't hear from her, you didn't bother. You didn't know whether she has fallen ill or something.
I was going to do that. But until the whole situation came around and she started requesting for money, that she wanted her money back. And I was wondering where it was coming from at that time. Because I told her, normally, if you give me that money, I won't be able to pay back immediately. Because as I said, then even this my friend I squad with, he runs his own Bet Ninja shop. Right, so I just go there once in a while to assist him. So that's why I get 1 or 2 change from around to just, keep up and all that. So of course, the agreement was not to pay back immediately. Right, so but right now it's like all because of what she thinks she saw, she's now claiming to want her money back. And I'm not sorry to say, I'm not a magician to, do some magic and bring out that kind of money right now. So I've been trying to explain to her until she refused to hear my own side of the story.
That's funny, because the court can turn you to a magician overnight. You know that? A court can turn you to a magician within a twinkle of an eye. So that's a very wrong statement for you to make. So I'm telling you, I can turn it around. I can turn you to a magician.
I'm sorry for using that.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 22.
But okay. And what do? You sell?
I'm
well,
also a student,
Where?
but I have that in University of Benin.
What do you do for a living?
Well, before the February period, that was last year, before the whole Corona stuff. Actually, I was working as a marketer in
Where?
a bakery.
At a bakery?
Yeah, a confectionery actually. So, but after all that, these COVID and stuff. So since then, it's not really been balanced, like stable.
How old are you?
So I'm 28.
You're 28 years old.
Yeah.
Now, the issue is, you knew why she gave you the money. Because she said it apparently because you were dating. And she believed, you told her, that's what she said, according to her, that the two of you believed your securing an accommodation will give you privacy because you were escorting somewhere else. But now that you're no longer dating and you're dating somebody else, if that is true,
Okay.
but the bottom line is you are no longer together.
That's her decision.
You confirmed here that you haven't called her since that day.
Not calling her, you mean breaking off the relationship?
When was the last time you had intimate conversation with her?
It's been a while though.
How long?
About 2 months.
About 2 months. And before then, how often do you relate on phone?
Probably in a week, about on phone, right? 2-3 times thereabout. She comes around once in a while.
2-3 times anyway. And now for 2 months, you have not.
That's because of the pressure she puts on me. Like right from the time that I want my money back, and I don't know where I can get that kind of money.
The issue now is she wants some money, and how do you intend to pay? I agree with you. I believe you. When you told me that, when she gave you the money, the agreement was not for you to pay back instantly. But I'd like to know, what time frame, was there any time frame that you agreed on?
Well, as at that time, we didn't actually discuss the time frame.
Why do you think you didn't discuss time frame? Why do you think she didn't ask you to give a time frame to when you repay?
Probably because we're in a relationship.
Because you were in a relationship. And why do you think she's asking now that she wants the money back?
I guess she's hurt, so, but
She's
based
hurt.
based on what she's claiming, so that's why she's asking for.
So you believe she is hurt?
Yeah.
Okay. So when do you want to pay? Because that's a sweat money, you know.
Honestly, if I should say this is when and this is how, I'll probably be deceiving myself right now. And
You have to tell me when you want to pay, because you are owing her and you will pay. You definitely pay her, because not to pay her will amount to taking advantage of her. You are 28, she's just 22. You know, you are coming up, you are learning. That's life. So you are more experienced. You are 28 years old. If the two of you were 22, maybe, but you are much older. You are more matured, with more experience, especially ways of the world, than her. Otherwise, she will not foolishly hand over money to somebody she's not married to, somebody she knows that she's yet to be very comfortable with his way of life with regards to women. Because she had her reservations all this while. It's just that, according to her, not until when she claimed that she saw you, and you too, you just affirmed that you know that whatever it is that happened that day must have hurt her feelings. And that's probably why you believe your relationship is not the way it was before. So you're no longer together. You've got to pay her. You can't just call me and tell me, I don't have money, and that's just it, and just walk out of the door.
We'll probably look at towards the ending of probably by this year, towards the end of this year or next year early.
Thanks to you. This is January. You're talking about December. Does that make sense to you?
Just the way things are.
You have personal ways you can dispose of. You have. You are owing. You don't know the implication. You are indebted. So you have to look for the money. It's not a joke. It goes beyond whatever relationship you've had before. You can sweet talk each other from now till tomorrow, unless she withdraws the case from the court. Then, but as long as say before me, you pay. Are you starting in February? Are you starting this January? How much do you intend to start paying? How do you want to pay? At what time? That's what I'm asking you, period. That's all.
I wouldn't want to say what I can do, what I won't be able to do. So that's like, because I know this is more like a very serious matter for her. I understand the fact that she's a student and she wants to still continue her business. But on my own side right now, I can't really say what and when.
So, Emmanuel Modi, you finally agreed on the manner in which you want to repay Amaka Okechukwu.
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to start repaying from February?
February, yeah.
2021.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you start paying the sum of 15,000 naira on monthly basis. You agreed to that. You accepted that. So, judgment for the plain sale for the sum of 250,000 naira. The defendant is to pay the plain sale 15,000 naira on monthly basis from February 2021 until total sum of 250,000 naira is fully paid. The court will assist the defendant by giving her 50,000 naira. Judgment for the